No practice had been allowed, which meant that some drivers found the right way and some the wrong way to tackle the stages. Plenty of incident, but after 3 days, Roger Clark took the expected win.
Down to 11th and some 2 minutes adrift of the leader. Not all the competitors got round that stiff left-hander as easily as the leaders. And just a little bump on the track, catching out the Volkswagen Golf, tipping it on its side, driver and co-driver unharmed. And you can see, if you look at that again in slow motion, just how easy it is, how simple it is to be caught out on these forest tracks. Just see the left front wheel dive into a little bump, and that's all it takes. There it goes. That's all it takes to tip it over. And that's the difference between the right line and fractionally the wrong line on that corner. Through the next couple of forest stages, it was Timo Salonen who set the time. There were a myriad of amateur video cameras on every stage, there to record the personal disasters. Richard Smythe, rolling his Sierra onto its roof and out of the rally, though unhurt, was one of those. And while he rolled out, Graham Middleton progressed unscathed ahead of him.
And tightens K left. Tightening in this K left. And into a slight left and jump over the finish. Okay. 32.33.
Here's Richard Smythe's abrupt disaster again. He just catches the bank and away it goes. Rolls several times, but does remarkably little damage considering the speed he was doing when the car became airborne. All through the day, Bertie Fisher didn't let up on the pace once. Further down the field, Mike Williams and Lois Henry joined the retirement list in spectacular fashion just as the rally drew to a close.
Tidy.
That multiple roll severely dented their Group N Nova, their wallets and doubtless a considerable amount of pride, but they emerged otherwise uninjured from a roll which put the roof on the ground at least 3 times. They just took the corner too wide and went up the bank with entirely predictable results. But the ferocity of that roll just goes to show that the Manx Rally is no soft option and well deserves its coefficient 20 standing. Now the weather had gone bad, but McRae was within sight of home and within sight of...
Third round in Wales didn't go quite as smooth. But in Scotland, Colin and Derek Ringer
per a Vigues, a 13 segons del guanyador. Aquests dos pilots, al volant d'un Lancia Delta Integrale, van ser els que van posar l'espectacularitat a la prova. Els accidents i les bolcades també van voler ser presents a Girona. De moment, el campionat està gairebé decidit a favor del pilot de Nissan, Jordi Torra, mentre que Chema González té pràcticament assegurat el subcampionat.
Maar ook in België gebeurt genoeg. Het seizoen 1991. Politaar schrijft dat seizoen 4 auto's volledig af. De Belg wilde veel en veel te veel met zijn Ford Escort Cosworth.
Was just waiting. However, there are always worse ways to retire in the desert, and as always the sand dunes claim the unwary. It's easier than it looks to miss a sudden drop and nose over just that little bit too hard. As a rule though, these things tend to do little harm to the crew, though the results for the machinery can be quite severe. But the crew inside the vehicles are well protected by safety straps and roll cages and tend to come out shaken and stirred, but otherwise unhurt, from quite severe end-over-end rolls which scatter bodywork and spare parts all over the desert. Day 4 struck even deeper into the sand, and again the weather intervened, blowing up a sandstorm which threatened navigation for all the riders and drivers. Despite that,